Righty. Let's get the party started. Please share and post your comments. Welcome to week 10 of high school football, Gulf Coast High School football. I'm Matt Stats with Coast Football. We'll have the people coming in. Going to be on here, bring you to the bottom of the hour as week 10. Weeks are going by quick. Take it all in, each and every game, each and every night. Run over the lineups tonight. Some big games. Some seasons have already ended last night. As everybody's getting ready to go to the games, George County fans should be already en route. If not, they're maybe catching it close, as it's a little bit of a trip from George County over to Picayune. That's one of the great games there tonight. But I looked at the weather, and the weather looked like there's some rain in Louisiana coming over. I don't know if it's going to affect those games over there or not. We'll run over the lineup for the games. From 4A, you're going to have Greene County at Poplarville. That is for the region title. 5A, which is not the two coast teams, Wayne County at Laurel. The winner should be in the playoffs. The loser is going to be out of the playoffs in that Wayne County at Laurel game. Laurel, the defending region champions there. Van Cleve at East Central. Van Cleve should get that game there at East Central. Gaucher up at Perk, where Stone plays their home games. Stone can really mix things up if they can get that win against Gaucher, who has a 6-game winning streak. That is the longest active on the coast right now. 6A, you have West Jones at Pearl River Central. That's Region 3, 6A. Both teams are in the playoffs. PRC in the playoffs. If they could somehow beat West Jones, that would be a major upset. But regardless, they're in the playoffs. PRC since 2015, the first time. You have Hancock at Long Beach. Hancock should win that game and will be in the playoffs. West Harrison, unfortunately, thought it was going to be this year. Coach Quincy Jones, a great team, just fell short in that Hancock game a couple of weeks ago. They are 0-3 heading into Pascagoula, who's 2-1, and Pascagoula needs this win to keep up with at least maybe a second seed. And then that top 6A game in Region 4 is George County at Picayune. Both teams 3-0 in the region. Picayune wins, they will win the region title and they'll win the region title for the from 21, 22, 23, 24, fourth straight year if Picayune can beat George County, which I have a prediction that they will at home. But George County and Deuce Knight coming off his 9 total touchdowns last week against West Harrison. I just have gone against Picayune not too many times and I've been incorrect, but George County definitely can win this game here at Picayune, which will start as everybody else is at 7 o'clock here tonight. In the 7A, the 6 teams, 3 games, Biloxi at Harrison Central. That is almost I won't say elimination game, but both teams at 1-2. So Biloxi is favored to win that game at Harrison Central. St. Martin 0-3 at D'Iberville, who's 1-2. D'Iberville getting their first region win last week. St. Martin pretty much out the playoffs, but they can take down the Warriors and make it a little bit difficult for Warriors to get into the playoffs, as it took 2 wins last year. It's the first time they've had 6 teams in the big division. Normally have 8, and it takes 3 wins to get into the playoffs, or it has been. But since there's 6 teams, 4 of them make it in. So it has been taken last year 2 wins. St. Martin has no wins. D'Iberville 1-2. And then the premier matchup there, Gulfport, number 1 ranked Gulfport 3-0 at 4th ranked Ocean Springs, who's 3-0. I have in my game predictions, which I post every Thursday, coming off that 15-0 week last week and a 12-1, lost 1 game the week before. but it's what have you done for me lately? So this week, it's a lot of tough coin tosses that any team can get the win. Starting off with that Gulfport at Ocean Springs. Again, it's for the region title. Ocean Springs has 22 straight region wins. Can tie Gulfport, who has the record at 23 straight region wins. So as part of the storyline. And not to leave out Picayune. Picayune also has 22 straight region wins. But Admirals lead the series 23-11. Ocean Springs has won 4 straight. Prior to that, Gulfport won 5 straight. Of course, Coach Pinnock was with Ocean Springs for those previous seasons. Last year, he went to Gulfport, and Ocean Springs went into Gulfport and beat them pretty good, both on a 3-game winning streak. And as I posted just a few minutes ago, the tail of the tape, what they average, the team's average per game as far as rushing yards. If I could bring that up here, and I'll run over it for you. Again, you have any questions, comments, certainly please post them. Like I said, I'll bring it down try to bring down to 6:30, where other pre-games will be coming on. I just wanted to come on and get things hyped up as they should be hyped up here on this 10th week of high school football. The tail of the tape, Gulfport averaging 213 yards on the ground, Ocean Springs 254. Passing yards, Gulfport 172 through the air, Ocean Springs 111 passing yards. And for a total yardage per game, 385 for Gulfport, 365 for Ocean Springs. So just 20 yards difference. Tackles, 92 per game for Gulfport, 72 for Ocean Springs. Sacks, around the same, 3 for Ocean Springs, 2 for Gulfport. And points per game, Ocean Springs averaging 32.8 points per game. Gulfport coming in at 29.9 points per game. I do have Gulfport winning 30-27. So that tells you right there that it's going to come down to the end. It's going to come down to who doesn't make the turnover. And I'll be watching that game on the live stream. Both teams do live stream their games there. Ocean Spring, Biloxi at Harrison Central. I have Biloxi winning 24-13. If Biloxi can get some points going on the board, I say the first team to get to 24 points will win that game. Biloxi wins at 24-13. St. Martin at D'Iberville. I have D'Iberville winning 28-13. Yellow Jackets 20 straight region losses. And as I wrote in my write-up, that'll be a nice sting to get this dub in D'Iberville if they can somehow get that win in D'Iberville. Jeremy Forian, hopefully he's feeling better, and we'll have the call tonight on the live stream for D'Iberville on the Facebook page. And George County at Picayune, that is for the region title for Picayune, because if George County does win, they play Pascagoula next week. And if Pascagoula beats George County next week, then it will be a 3-way tie for first with Picayune, George County, and Pascagoula all with 1 region loss. And then that's when it goes to a tiebreaker. And that's when it gets kind of headache trying to figure out who gets what tiebreaker. So the easiest thing, Picayune wins tonight. They will win the region. George County will play at host Pascagoula next week. And the winner of that game will be the 2 seed, just like it was last year. And they'll get a first-round home game in the playoffs. Picayune, they win the region. They get home field advantage throughout the playoffs, and that's pretty big. And that's what they ran through a couple of years ago, back-to-back state champions. Hancock at Long Beach. Long Beach, 39 straight region losses. The Hawks 0-3 on the road. They're 5th overall going back to last year. So 5-game losing streak on the road for the Hawks. They do lead the series 18-14. They've won 2 straight. And I have the Hawks winning. I'm going to have to update on the post as I tweeted it out, the score. And I'm going to have to update it on the Facebook page as I have the score. Let me see here. I should do it right here. 32-22. So I have Hancock winning tonight, 32-22 at Long Beach. West Harrison at Pascagoula. Can West Harrison win? Certainly they can win. Pascagoula should have their QB1 back, Silas Quarter, who missed last week, where they went and beat in Hancock. The Panthers did with their, I believe it was a freshman quarterback. Very good quarterback there. They're able to get that win for Pascagoula. West Harrison, again, unfortunately out of the playoffs. Pascagoula is perfect at 5-0 at home. Go to 5A, Van Cleve at East Central. Van Cleve right there, 2-1 in the region. East Central 0-3. The Bulldogs lead the series 33-31, and just a score differential by 16 points out of those 64 games. The Bulldogs snapped a 7-game losing streak to East Central last year, and they look for back-to-back wins over East Central since the 2014-2015 season. I know some people are. They probably got it posting links. It'll just hide them, and then I'll block those people who are trying to post links. And they're posting quite a few of them. But you should never see any of the links that these scammers post, as it is automatically blocked, and then I will go in there and delete the link. All right, where was I? We will go back. Gaucher at Stone. Tomcats can, like I mentioned, can make the region title picture a little bit murkier with the win against Gaucher. Gaucher on a 6-game winning streak. That is the longest on the coast active. 3 coming in road games. So they played pretty good at home with their 17-game home winning streak and won 3 on the road. The Gators lead the series 11-4. They did win last year 49-25. And Stone cannot, as I write up, cannot win in a shootout. They need to keep it low scoring and get the win late in the game there. Their game will be live streamed from Perk as Gaucher. If they win, they will win the region title there at 4-0. They're 3-0 currently. Stone 2-1. And again, Wayne County at Laurel. I know it's 2 non-coast teams, but those are the 2 teams in that region. And the winner should be in the playoffs. The loser should be out with 3 losses at, again, Wayne County at Laurel. And Laurel will be at Gaucher next week. And then Greene County at Poplarville. That's for the region title. Both teams, again, will get that round 1 home playoff game, but the region winner will get it throughout the playoffs, which is big time there. The Wildcats do have 6 region titles, the last one in 2019. The Hornets are back-to-back region champions. They have 13 total. Greene County did win last year 28-27, and they do lead the series. The Wildcats 10-7. Now, that game last year, Hornets, I don't want to say have nothing to play for. They had everything wrapped up. They couldn't improve. They had home field advantage and won the region title, and they did lose to Greene County last year. Poplarville does have 9 straight home wins. So as I write up, the high-powered air raid for Greene County with Kobe King, 281 passing yards per game they average, and the lethal running attack for Poplarville, they put on 253 yards they average on the ground. I do have Poplarville winning 35-32. We did have a couple games last night that went. They played not a couple, 3 of them. 1A Region 8 Resurrection does lose 25-0 last night to Lumberton. Resurrection season is over. 3A West Marion wins the region title. They defeat St. Stanislaus 32-3. The Rockachaws are in the playoffs. St. Patrick, their season was over last week. They're 0-9 on the season, and they have a 14-game losing streak. That is the longest active on the coast. Their season, again, is over there. But a promising future for next year for the Fighting Irish. In 4A, Pass Christian in the playoffs. They did defeat Bay High 49-35 last night, and those 2 are in the playoffs along with Greene County and Poplarville. In the 5-team division, the odd team out is Moss Point. Their season was over last week in their last game. They went 0-9, the first winless season since 1952 for Moss Point. Again, the other games tonight before I wrap it up here. Please post, again, if you have any questions. And then I'm going to share on Facebook at Gulf Coast High School football game updates. but you're going to get that more instant game updates on X/Twitter at Coast Football. But Greene County at Poplarville, in the 5A, Vancleave at East Central, Goshen at Stone, and 6A, Hancock at Long Beach, West Harrison at Pascagoula, George County at Picayune, and then 7A, Biloxi at Harrison Central, St. Martin at D'Iberville, Gulfport at Ocean Springs. And then we have one more week next week with the 7A, 6A, and 5A. The other 4 classes, we don't have anyone in 2A as far as the coast team, but 1A, 3A, and 4A will start the playoffs, and we currently don't have anybody in 1A as Resurrection is out. We have St. Stanislaus in 3A, and then we will have Pass Christian and Poplarville representing in 4A. Those playoffs start next week. They'll be played on Friday. The other games will be played on Thursday, which we'll post that when it's coming up. But next week, November 7th, 7A, 6A, and 5A will play their last regular season games on Thursday. They've done this for several seasons now, and it goes back to not having enough referees. So as they did last night, having 3 games played last night, they will have them played next Thursday, and then the following week everything will be as normal for playoffs on that Friday. So come make your game predictions there on the Facebook page, and certainly appreciate you guys joining us. I appreciate it, Lorenzo. As I'm fixing to be signing off, big night again. Yes, you're at Perk at Ghost. Well, very good. Make sure you tweet out or I'll be watching that game live stream. They should have it live stream as they normally do, but certainly you can, if you have Twitter, tag us at Coast Football. There I'm at Perk, and I'm going to finish reading. Goshen wins first district. Yes, since 2008. It certainly is. It's this year. I predicted them to win the region title, predicted, and that they should with the win tonight. And then they'll play Laurel next Thursday at home, but they should get the win tonight. I said they should. Stone is a formidable opponent there. I have them 36-25. Can Stone's defense, which they can, contain the high-powered offense of the Gators. So, and it's for the region title, which they haven't had, and I know Bingo would be certainly happy with that. I don't know where Bingo is tonight, but if he's with George County or is he up at Stone, he's probably with George County because with Deuce Knight and then Darrell Smith, what a matchup there. And yes, James, I certainly appreciate it. You'll be in Pascagoula, West Harrison in matchup. Yes, Pascagoula should win, but West Harrison's been putting up some points, but they've been allowing some points there against them. And we'll see how Silas Quarter missed last week, out just as a rest week. He should be back there tonight. But West Harrison season, as I drop it. West Harrison season, unfortunately, they will not make it to the playoffs. And so Pascagoula, again, still looking to get a second seed in that home playoff game. And if some reason George County, could beat Picayune, then that game next week as they host George County, they'll play at George County, would be in a 3-way tie. And then that's where the tiebreaker comes in. So certainly appreciate that. And I'll be watching the live stream there with Pascagoula, but you can give the updates as you do, James, there being on X at Coast Football or on Facebook. I'll certainly share them. Hopefully that should change. I know they have not won since 2015 in at Stone, which, again, they play at MGCCC. You see I'm wearing a hat. I call their games a color analyst form, and they did win last night. So a nice win in the playoffs. They will either play at Northwest or at Itawamba. That game is being played tonight. Either way, it's still going to be about a 4-hour one-way road trip next Saturday. And then the winner of that game plays the state championship. And you win the state championship, you're going to get into the national championship playoffs for Gulf Coast. JP Coulter, what a night he had last night. A nice catch. You got to see the highlights. I did post it on the Facebook page there. There's Bingo. I figured you're going to go to George County and Picayune. I believe I'm going to be able to watch that game through a paid service that I'm able to get access to, because either one of them do not stream that game. But Talking Ball Y'all, get the app, Talking Ball Y'all app. and they have all the Pearl River teams covered: Poplarville, Picayune, and PRC. All of them are in the playoffs. So what a great time up there at Pearl River County. So, but Clay Sweet and Talking Ball, y'all will have that on the app. I know Bruce Thornton has it for George County, but I'm not sure if he has access to an app to listen to his broadcast or not. I know you have to be in George County area to listen to it on the radio, but I'm not sure on that. But as one game I'll be watching, there'll be several that I'll be watching tonight from the on the live stream. Again, Ocean Springs, Gulfport, Ocean Springs, both of them stream their games. I'll be watching that game. We'll be watching. I'll have D'Iberville on with Jeremy Forehand again if he's feeling better, and hoping that he is. That they'll have their live stream on, and then aforementioned George County Picayune, I should be able to watch it on a subscription service if it's streaming. Pascagoula, I'll have that on there to tune in to see about how many hog washes they have on there. And I like that commentator there, Harold, I believe is his name. And other games, Stone should have theirs on Facebook Live. So I'll be watching Gaucher there at Stone. And Greene County, Poplarville, again, they don't stream their games. Again, you can go to the Talking Ball app and be able to hear Poplarville with their play-by-play there. I will update it as they usually tag me in their updates on Twitter/X. No, Bingo, appreciate you checking in there. Have a safe trip over. You should be already there. It's at 6:25. You got 35 minutes away from kickoff. And if you want score updates from the other games, certainly follow on Twitter at Coast Football. And appreciate everybody joining us on Tuesday. The top 10 poll did come out, and again last week, all of them, I think for the first time I can remember, all 10 teams won, and that Biloxi was tied for 10th, lost to Ocean Springs, that 4th-ranked team. Everybody stayed the same. The strength of schedule, it moved people a little bit closer to each other, but you don't see that as fans. But Gulfport number 1, Picayune 2, Poplarville 3, Ocean Springs 4, Gaucher 5, Pascagoula 6, George County 7. D'Iberville 8th, Van Cleve 9th, and Stone 10th. There was a couple comments. There's usually comments when I put it out about this team, shouldn't be here and this team shouldn't be there. And that's fine. You come post your comments, but it'll come with some substance. If you're going to post Team A shouldn't be ranked at this location, well, give us your rankings. Let me know what your rankings are, because we're not saying our rankings are the standard. Our rankings are written in stone, that we're the perfect rankings. No, everybody has I don't know who else ranks teams, so we're glad to bring you that. But if you're coming and saying this team shouldn't be ranked at this place, then tell me where they should be ranked at. Not that we're going to put them there, but give us more than your opinion, saying, oh, this ranking is not right, this team should be shouldn't be ranked here. Okay, give me your top 5. We'll be glad to. We like that fan interaction. Certainly appreciate it, Michael. But yeah, Picayune, the video feed, I'm unaware of any video feed besides you have the NFHS, whatever they're called, subscription service. Now, again, you go play-by-play on Talking Ball, y'all, the app. It's free. Just download it. And Clay Sweet and them. In fact, on Facebook, he usually does the booth cam for the home games. He'll have it on him and his partner there in the booth as they call the game. But again, it should be on the NFHS, and that is a paid subscription service for the George County Picayune. But I certainly will update, and they tag me with highlights from that game as it happens. The Talking Ball crew there with touchdowns from either side, they will tag me on there. Now, I know people think it should be in the 50s, since both of these teams put up 69, and George County put up a whole bunch of points the week before against West Harrison. But I don't have it as that fit in the 50 games. I have it as 44-38. I do have it as a 1-score game with Picayune winning. Again, George County can win. Yes, they certainly can win. And these region games, Gulfport, Ocean Springs, I have Gulfport winning. Gulfport, Ocean Springs easily can win that game. They're so evenly matched. and this is all the fans win when these games go. Greene County at Poplarville, again, the high-powered air raid against the ground and pound there. Keys, he's only rushed the ball 11 times this year. He's their main star there. He's been out all season. Will they let him play this game? Really, I mean, they may not, just because they're in the playoffs. They'll get around one home game if they lose, but there is a slight advantage. You win the region, you'll get it throughout the playoffs. So we shall see how much Keys plays and how much key of the game that he is in there. But, after these teams make the playoffs, we want teams to go far into the playoffs, if not up to USM, where the state championship games are that first week of December. I believe it's the 5th, 6th, and 7th, that Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We've had 2 teams up there at once. I've been up there. It's been a couple of times. Resurrection was up there with St. Stanislaus, if I'm not mistaken. There's been a couple teams that have been up there playing. Now, the most that we can have is 5 teams is the most we can have at a state championship game, just because we can have 1 in 7A, obviously, 1 in 6A, 1 in 5A, the 1 in 4A, and then 3A, you have St. Stanislaus. We don't have anybody in 1A as Resurrection season is over. But St. Stanislaus, can they make it to the state championship? Hey, they're in the playoffs. Anything can certainly happen there. As again, they did lose last night, the Rockachaws, but they are still in the playoffs. As far as 6A, Picayune, George County, Pascagoula, it don't matter to me who makes it to the state championship game. I'll be up there on USM on the sideline with Bingo, cheering them on. It does not matter which team gets up there. For me, Picayune, George County, Pascagoula, as long as one of them gets up there. Or, Hancock. Hey, Hancock be in the playoffs. Anything can happen. So, again, 7-8, Gulfport, Ocean Springs will be in the playoffs. D'Iberville looks to get in the playoffs. And then Biloxi, I have Biloxi penciled in the playoffs. Those 4 teams there. We want them to get to the state championship game, but we want them to get past the first round. Again, since 2015, they're 6-30 in the big class. They've played 36 games. They've won 6 out of 36 games. They've been swept. I had that stat somewhere around here several times. We want the big class, as the coach got something to say, as Bingo would say, in that playoff picture there between Gulfport, Ocean Springs. But tonight, it's all about the coast. Gulfport, Ocean Springs, Biloxi, Harrison Central, St. Martin, D'Iberville. They got one more week. They'll play next Thursday, the regular season. Then they'll see the top 2 teams will host the 2 teams from the Region 3. That's in all the regions. So we will certainly enjoy tonight. We will see if we are going to have a post-game show tonight. Post your comments. I know I've been doing a post-game show. It's been kind of short. I wish I can get players on here like Bingo and Boz did a couple seasons ago. I just don't have the contacts to get players or coaches on here after the game, because I know after the game you're excited with the big win. Obviously there's teams that do lose, but you're still hyped up driving home after a night, going to Waffle House as fans. Feel like somebody to talk to, like right now. I mean, we're getting hyped up. It's 6:30 now, 6:32. The game's going to be kicking off. It's ready to go. Bingo, you're running late. Hopefully the rain is not going to affect that game over there. I see some rain in Louisiana, and it was kind of sprinkling over here in Gulfport area. And hopefully it doesn't affect the games. Of course, it would help Picayune to run the ball, if it's raining. So they're going to run the ball regardless. But QB1, Deuce Knight, and Dorrell Smith, man, he just got invited to the U.S. Army Bowl game. I posted that on Facebook, so congratulations to him. And again, we shine the light. Even we mentioned him, but again, when coaches or scouts look, Dorrell Smith, well, he's not going to get 2,000 rushing yards unless somebody's blocking for him. So that's when that light gets shined on the offensive line. So I mean, we shine the light on one, we shine the light on all. So that's what we're here for at Coast Football. And who would have thought I'd be on this live stream, back in 2010 when I started this Facebook page. So appreciate you guys joining us again. We're going to wrap it up here as pregame shows are coming up on the Ocean Springs, all across the coast. They have pregame shows, so tune into them. Post your updated scores on Facebook, on X, and we shall see you hopefully after the games tonight. So it's not just a game. Just know that it's our passion here for Coast football. I'm Matt Stats, and we'll see you. Keep the lights on.